Namaste everyone, welcome to Komma Sisters, and today I am here with the most awaited video, that is the 20 untold tricks followed by toppers. I have secured 96.4% in my class 10 board examinations, that is 482 out of 500, and this video is consisting of some general idea and which can be used for any subject. Okay, if you are in class 10, don't miss this video and watch this till the end. And in the upcoming lectures, I will be giving a brief note on how I secured centum in mathematics, how I secured centum in Sanskrit, and how I secured 97% in social science and 95% in science. Okay. So let us start the video. Do watch this video until the end and I'm sure you're going to be benefited. A lot of your doubts will get cleared today. Stay motivated no matter what others talk about you. You have to keep working on your goal and do emphasis more on smart work rather than hard work. So if you're studying for 1 hour and getting the same input, and in 10 minutes you are getting the same input, then go on with the tricks that you follow for 10 minutes, which I am going to share in the upcoming tricks. Okay? Your friend circle is very important. Don't have friends who are just kind of demotivating you or who are trying to push you into your limits. Just keep working on your goals, and even your neighbors, relatives, maybe whomever it is, if they say like you can't do it, then you have to prove that you can. Okay? If you can't, then who can? So what do you mean by setting a good study space? The place where you read has to bring your concentration on studies. That is the motive. Okay? Preferably I recommend a table with a chair, and the chair has to be very erect. If you want, you can use a pillow, but not very cozy pillow that causes sleep. Okay? And preferably not in your bedroom, because behind you might have your bed and it will bring you sleep and your concentration will be lost. Okay? Have something like this to note down the time so that you don't waste your time for seeing the time. Okay? And it has to be very well lit, and don't use dark colors. Preferably don't set your study space in a dark room or a room painted with dark colors. Preferably don't use black at all. Okay? I recommend green, that is light green, and white or light blue is also fine. Okay, and it has to be very well lit, and see that from your back you get the light. Okay, and it has to be such that if you want a resource or a book or some material, then immediately you have to know where it is. You should not spend time searching for it. Okay, and don't let anybody else to arrange your study table. You arrange it yourself so that you know where you kept things. Okay, and don't put some dirty stuff on your tables, and don't make it so shabby. That again tends to slow down your concentration, and stay relaxed. And if you see the study space, you have to feel like studying. Arrange it in such a way. You can have some potted plants there and anything else that will relax your mind. You have to know that by yourself. Okay? And always do have a set of stationery in your study space. I meant like a pen and a pencil, rough sheets, and whatever books you require on daily basis and all that. Okay? That will enhance your will to study. So what do you mean by a study schedule? I don't mean like from this time to this time you are going to study this subject. No. I just meant like if you take a particular chapter, then between what time to what time are you going to complete it and on what day? And how much duration you are going to take for the completion of that particular chapter. For example, if you are reading social science, for me comparatively civics and economics were easy. Geography and history I just used to struggle a little bit compared to economics and civics. So what I just used to do, between two difficult topics I just used to place an easy topic. In the same way, between two easy topics, I just used to place one difficult topic. Topic in the sense a chapter. Okay. This way you can just, you need not stick on to difficult chapters at once and easy chapters to be finished at once. No. So just mix up the chapters and schedule on this day 5 chapters, in the sense 5 have to be completed. Plan it in such a way, and especially during your exams you get 2 or 3 days for preparation, right? That time you need to do this first. Okay, just take the portions and then see for the easy chapters and difficult chapters, moderate chapters, segregate them. Put M for medium chapters, H for hard chapters, and E for easy chapters. And this way you can segregate them. And how you have to do is one easy chapter followed by one moderate chapter, followed by one difficult chapter, then one easy chapter, then one difficult chapter. Okay, just mix it in such a way that your mind do not feel stressed. Okay, fine. And if you are getting a holiday, say for festivals or so, then for the whole day you need not spend on festivals, and for half a day you just try to schedule. Okay, if you don't schedule, what will happen? Your mind will feel like reading, but it doesn't know what to read and when to read, how to read. You will be blanked out. Okay, first take a paper and whatever chapters you want to study, just list down, and the difficulty level you just analyze it, and followed by that you just try to give a schedule, and on this day you have to do this many chapters, in the sense you must have completed them, and don't spend 2 late nights on preparation. Okay, and don't do procrastination at all. Your study schedule must include your whatever your favorite activities, and after every study session, say for example you study for half an hour, take a 5 minutes or a 10 minutes break. Just don't stay in your study space or in that room, just run away somewhere and you do whatever you wish to do. And after 10 minutes you can come back. I preferably refer you to go out and look through a garden or stay in the greenery. Okay, you can also do exercise, a little stretch, and treat yourself for whatever you have achieved. So what is the best time to study? See, for some people it is like in the early morning, while for some people it's early afternoon, while for some people it's evening. But definitely don't prefer night time for studying, please. I'll let you know why in the upcoming tricks. Okay. So if you are going to study in the early morning, then you can go on with it, or you can search for the comfortable time which suits you. Okay. It differs from person to person, and where to study, I have already told you. When to study is according to you. You have to, find out what suits best for you. And do continue reading the important topics or the difficult topics in that particular time which suits you the best. And in the other time, you can go on with revision, practicing question papers or questions, and you can go on with your relaxation time and all that. When your mind is feeling like so bored, then you have to definitely go for relaxation. You can't keep studying and wasting time there. Okay? To relax, you can just take a short nap and come back. So first and foremost thing for board exams is be thorough with NCERT. Be it whatever the subject, but for social science, I don't recommend being thorough with the whole NCERT because the content is so vast and huge, and you will preferably not have time to go for the entire NCERT. Instead, you can go for some YouTube videos, or your school lectures will be sufficient, I feel. And like, if you have already started reading social science and you are able to do it, then you can continue with it, no problem. And don't keep underlining the points, especially for biology and like inorganic chemistry. Don't keep underlining the points. Instead, by the side of the content in your textbook itself, you have some blank space, right? There you can take a pencil and write down the points. And those points alone you can go for quick revision. Okay. So you need not just underline or go through the entire text at the nick of the moment. You can just refer to those points, that will be enough. For mathematics and science and of course language, it will be different, so I don't want to mention that. For mathematics, science, English, I recommend you NCERT. But for social science, if you have enough time, you can go on for the whole NCERT. If not, you can go for Google, like documents which have the important points, and you can take that whichever suits you. Okay, don't think like, yeah, my friend has taken this, my teacher recommended this, so I want to take this. You just go through the thing once. If it really suits you the best, then you can go on with it. If not, search until you get it. Okay, I think it's already time that you should have decided your resources and you should have read them at least once. Okay, because just 3 months, hardly 2.5 months left. Because most of the time your schools will be giving you lot of exams, and you will have to spend lot of time in exam hall rather than in your classrooms or at home. Okay. So give multiple revisions. So it's not enough that you read the content once and just skip that and directly you wish to write it in the exam. No, you have to give so many revisions in order to store that in your long-term memory. Okay, so it is a clinically proven fact that if you read anything once, then you tend to forget it within a week or so. Up to 90% you will be forgetting it if you don't revise it. But if you keep revising it for like daily, if I read one topic today, for example, photosynthesis, if I read it today, then I have to read it tomorrow as well as day after tomorrow. When I am reading it today, maybe I take some half an hour. Say for example, for photosynthesis, it doesn't take half an hour. For any topic, if it takes half an hour, then tomorrow it will get completed within some 10 minutes. Because it's just a revision, you have already completed reading it. And on the third day, it will just take some 5 minutes. And on the fourth day, it will take 2 minutes. Fine. So if you just keep reading it for like in chunks, and after 4 days you can just read after a week, and after that you can read after a month. But you have to give multiple revisions. Do solve questions on that particular topic in order to restore your memory. So what do you mean by sticking on to same lectures? If you are a person who just goes to YouTube videos for reference, then this is for you. Say for example, magnetic effects of electric current. When you are learning it for the first time, maybe you have learned it, for example, say channel 1. then for the second time you did not save whatever you have seen for the first time. That is in channel 1, whatever you have seen, you haven't saved. So for the second time you just open channel 2. Please don't do that. You just refer to only one particular video. Maybe for elaborate explanation you can have one video for one chapter, and for just in short, just for summary, you can have one video for one chapter. For one chapter you can change the channels. Okay, for each chapter you can change the channels. For example, physics itself, if you see, maybe if you are taking channel 1, all the chapters of physics might not be good at channel 1. So you just for chapter 1 of physics you can have channel 4 maybe, and for chapter 2 of physics you can have channel 3, and for chapter 3 of physics you can have channel 2, and chapter 4 of physics, as I have told, you can have channel 1. Okay. You have by this time you should have completed setting up all these things, but don't change the lectures. Just keep watching the same thing whenever you require. Don't keep changing the resources. Whatever the resources, be it handwritten notes or like summary, whatever you have taken printouts, or be it YouTube videos or any shorts, please don't change them. Okay, keep the same thing for the same lesson, and how many ever times you want to watch them, watch the same thing. Okay, so that it will get registered in your mind. So like, what do you mean by the V.U.L technique? V.U.L in the sense visualize, understand and learn. Okay, this works really well, and visualizing things or just learning things in the form of pictures help you to retain the content for a longer time. That is, it helps your long-term memory a lot. Okay. And understand things. Don't just simply by heart things or mug up. Okay. Just try understanding things, analyze, relate it to your real life situations or your surroundings, and create acronyms, mnemonics, and enjoy learning. Mind maps and quick recaps. These actually help you a lot. Okay. So whenever you tend to read some content or see some YouTube videos or so, refer to resources, then make it into small chunks of points and maintain a single note. I preferably refer to maintain a single note for all the chapters of all the subjects. Okay. So that means for one chapter maybe it's compiled into 2 or 3 pages. For social science, I am giving an example. See, for example, like if you take history part, then each chapter will consist of more than 30 pages in the textbook. But those 30 pages you will be compiling it hardly into 5 or 6 pages. That's it. And this content you will refer during your exams. Okay, by 9 o'clock if you want to go for an exam, then that morning, maybe by 6 or 7, you will be referring through this content so that you can get to know about the key points and highlights of the chapter. Okay, and all the important points that are mentioned in the chapter needs to be jotted down there. And preferably do give more preference for it. If you have not done it yet, then go for ready-made things that are available maybe online. But if you have already done that summarization, then it's well and good. So the 10th and most awaited tip is stress control. So if you will just keep thinking about stress, then it increases your stress. So just don't think that you have something called stress. Feel that you are relaxed. Then you will be relaxed. Okay, this is a simple trick, and just how to control it. It's very simple. Just do whatever things you like. Just don't keep sitting at one place and reading from day to night. No, just take breaks in between your study schedule so that you get some relaxation and see and that stress ball you can use. And for me, my father just brought stress ball once, and within 10 minutes it was into 100 pieces. Really, it happened. So I refer you that click pens, right? I refer you them. So you can just keep clicking, don't control your hand. That will really help you out to an extent. But the upcoming 3 tips are very important for your stress control. Tip number 11, 12 and 13. Whatever I am going to just jot it down, you just follow them, okay? And don't take antidepressant pills or anti-stress pills. No, please don't do that. Naturally, you will have to control it. Do listen to songs, very mild songs and pleasant tone, not rock beat kind of things. Very soft songs you can prefer. And during studying also, you can just keep one loudspeaker and you can turn on the music, like very soft and mild tone music, okay? And whatever things you like to do, you please do that. And like socialization is very important. If you just want to go for any like birthday parties or any marriages, then you can go, but not if you're having exam tomorrow, then don't go today evening also. Today you don't go if you're having any exam tomorrow, okay? But apart from that, you can go with your parents and just spend some time, enjoy, so that your stress will get relieved. Okay, don't think that you have stress. That's the main point. So physical exercise plays a very crucial role in maintaining your stress control. Okay, so like in a day, just spend some around 10 to 15 minutes for your exercise. Do some meditation and eye exercise, like you can have this just concentrate on your thumb and move it here and there like this and that, and focus on that. So that will just enhance your concentration as well. And do some cycling, swimming and whatever you kind of like. Okay, whatever favorite sports you have, or if you don't have any, then do yoga at least. Some simple asanas you can do, and breathing exercise you can do. Okay, and like physical exercise is a very important thing that you have to do. Be it exercise or yoga, anything is okay. Coming to your diet and hydration, just don't take oily foods or junk food or street food. Just take proper vegetable diet and balanced diet, and you have to take lots of water. I recommend 3 liters of water per day. Okay, and if you want, you can take fresh juices as well, but please don't take coffee or tea. Okay, that will actually just modify your sleep cycle, and when you want to get sleep, you won't be getting sleep. Okay, so just don't prefer caffeine. And if you just want to stay awake, means while you are reading during daytime, if you feel sleepy, then you can go on with hot water. You can drink hot water. That will do. Okay, don't go for coffee or tea. Fine. So balanced diet plays a crucial role in stress management as well. Okay, whatever things you like, means like be it chocolates, biscuits, ice creams and all, you can have them, but in limited quantity. Okay, preferably not in the evening, because you might get cold or cough. Okay, during daytime, preferably 1 or 2. Occasionally, it's fine. So getting good sleep is really required to enhance your long-term memory retention. So definitely 7 to 8 hours of sleep is a must. If you just keep reading for the whole night, maybe until midnight or more than midnight, then it's not going to work out. Even if you read, tomorrow for writing the exam you might remember, but not for the annual exam. You will definitely forget it, and maybe if you don't have enough sleep, you might just get blanked out and not remember anything. Nothing will come to your mind during your exam time. So if you just keep reading but it doesn't get stored in your mind, then what's the use? So definitely 7 to 8 hours of sleep is what I recommend. Okay, at 10 o'clock, just close everything, go to sleep. And at morning, whatever time you feel comfortable to wake up, just wake up and start studying. Okay, early morning study I recommend. But if night study suits you, then definitely not beyond 11 p.m. please. Okay. Definitely 7 to 8 hours of sleep you must have, and just keep a fixed schedule for your sleep. Okay, today if you are going to bed at say some 10 o'clock, then tomorrow also 10, next day also 10, next day also 10 o'clock. Okay, and definitely you make sure that 7 to 8 hours of sleep you must get. Okay, if you are feeling sleepy during your preparation also, just take a 15-minute short nap. Okay, that will enhance your concentration levels. Thanks. So avoid distractions. Now it is the end of November, and you just don't be a part of social media. You can do it after your class 10 board exams are over. Okay, so you just make sure you just turn off all the notifications and just sign off or log out. No problem. Afterwards you can re-log in or re-sign in again. But please don't think of anything except your studies until your board exams are over, because this is a very crucial point and it's your lifetime record. Okay, remember this. So what are the things that you have to practice? Practice makes a man perfect. This is the saying said by all. But what should you practice? Let me tell you. You have to practice sample papers and PYQs, that is previous year board exam question papers, and assignments and worksheets. Okay. So how should you practice them? See, definitely you won't have time for just writing everything and practicing. Answering each and every question and practicing, you won't have time. So 1 or 2 you can go for elaborate answering and then checking, time checking and all that. But apart from that, if you take one sample paper or a question paper, say for example you are taking a sample paper, then take it along with its answer key. Okay. So just see the question in the question paper and you just analyze what can be written as the answer. Okay, before seeing the answer key you have to do this. Okay, and once you just come to an understanding of the question, you just try to answer it along with the key points and then check for the answer key what they have given in the answer key. And do analyze what you have missed out. Learn it. Okay, that's how you are going to do it. So what do you mean by question testing language? See, the answer will be same, but the question, it can be asked in n number of ways. Okay, so what vocabulary they are using to frame the question, you have to be very careful about it and analyze. Okay, let me give you an example. Say for example in social science, that is geography, they say that solar energy is very much essential for the country's development. Justify. This is one question. This can also be asked as India receives sunlight, very bright sunlight for most of the time in the year. What is its significance? The answer will be same, right? So you have to know how they are testing the question. Okay. So if we talk about the fluency in answering, it is basically like you know the answer, you know all the key points, you know what to write, you understand for what question what you have to write, how you have to write, but you don't know in what way you have to write it, put it on a paper. Then what's the use? Am I right? So, if you do not know to exactly put your thoughts on a paper, then it's of no use, right? Am I right? Do you agree? Yeah. So you have to definitely increase your English fluency. Whatever your thoughts should just reflect on the paper. It has to run through your pen, and you know what? You should not stuck in between. So you should not waste your time basically, and you should not strike everything and make your paper shabby. Okay. So daily you please spend some time for your vocabulary. Okay. Maybe it will be useful for understanding the question or for answering the questions as well. Okay. It's not a waste of time. Really, this helps. So refreshing in the sense, whatever things you like to do, you just do. Don't keep reading at a stretch for 4 or 5 hours. If you just read for 1 hour, then take 10 minutes or 15 minutes break. Then in that time, you please don't stay in your study space. Just go out and preferably do some physical exercise or go into your garden, get some fresh air and get to see the greenery. That helps you a lot. And listen to music, or like and if you are fond of doing paintings also, you can do that in that time. But please refresh. Don't keep studying at a stretch. Okay, that will certainly heaten up your brain. Okay, so whatever things you like to do, it has to be included in your schedule, and you must make sure it is a part of your daily life. You need not skip your refreshment as a whole. If you want to go for any parties also, you can go, but definitely not before the day of the exam. Okay, and during your board exams, don't move out. Okay, that regulations I will put on another video. Okay, so do follow these tricks, refresh yourself, and you can just take a short nap, or you can just bath and come back, wash your face and do some exercise, yoga, whatever you wish to do, but don't keep reading at a stretch for more than an hour. Okay. Socialization is very important. So please don't stay confined to the 4 walls of your house, or just keep in touch with your parents and keep talking to them. And if you feel any difficulty, do share it with them, and even with your friends you can do talk to them, but not in a demotivating way that pushes you down, but in a motivating way that leads to your uprising. Okay, and as I have told you, if you want to go to any social events, then you can prefer going to them, but definitely not during the time of exams, but especially not during your board exams. And for maths, I think you have got 10 days of holidays, right? 1 or 2 days you can go, but be careful with that. Don't get any hurt or something. Just you take care of yourself, and you can just if you want to speak to people, then you can speak, but I prefer please don't be alone. Except for your study time, please do socialize. So now we are at the final tip of our lecture. So analyze your mistakes. This is the very most important thing that you have to do. So be it in your school exams or any other exams, or when you are practicing some sample papers or question papers, if you get to find some mistakes that you are doing, then you should not repeat them. Make it a point that you just erase those mistakes from your future explanations. Okay, means what you have to do, just make a note of those mistakes and do make sure that you don't do them again. And you have internal choice, right? Even in your school exams, preferably they will be giving you 2 questions, out of which you have to attempt 1. The one which you are leaving off has to be prepared later. Okay, you should not leave that off, because maybe afterwards in your board exam itself, maybe that particular question which you have left out might appear as a compulsory question. Then what you will do? So you have to learn for those also. And whatever your teachers suggest you, like improve your handwriting, presentation, then you have to improve them. And wherever they just strike it off, or like if it is your mistake, then you have to make sure you don't do that again. Learn it from your mistakes. This is the very important point, and you can save so many marks by doing this. So come on, go take all your papers and you just analyze where you have gone wrong and what has to be written instead of that, and do prepare properly. Don't get tensed. Okay, we are ending our lecture. So if you want any such videos, do comment below so that I can help you out. And if you have any other doubts, then do comment below again so I can help you out. And I feel that this video was helpful to you. Do like, share and subscribe our channel. Encourage us so that we can come up with many more such videos. Okay, if you just want notifications, please do hit on the bell icon. Fine. So thank you. Signing off for today. Let's meet again in the next lecture. Do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.